Alright folks, welcome back. This is Balatro every day, and today, they haven't given us much to go on, but I picked this one because I wanted to play red deck. I want to give a shout out to Cinematic Gaming. Last night, they were able to gold stake all 15 decks in less than 2 hours 45 minutes. That's a new world record. As always, you can get the seed from the video description, and when you're ready, let's go gold stake red deck. Alright, first boss clubs. Probably spades here. We got 3 pretty high spades. I guess that's it. Ace high flush. Alright. So no jokers here. We just go buffoon pack. Could be a blue joker. Zany joker as an eternal. Probably we just take the blue joker here. There is a chance that we don't find anything that gives us points and we just lose right away. But we are playing on the red deck. We do have an extra discard. One thing we could do, we could pick up the sun, and that guarantees that we have a flush. So maybe we take the sun, and then when we go into the boss, we have, this is a backup plan. I can either guarantee a flush or maybe try to get a flush house. I think maybe that's not necessary on the red deck. So here with 3 discards instead of 2 discards, we should be able to get 2 hands, maybe. Let's go diamonds. I could play diamonds as a flush. I could play a full house, 6s and 5s. Let's try that. Maybe the diamond flush is better, because then after you use up all the diamonds, then you have some other suit left over. I guess here we could throw away some more diamonds and try to get either an 8 or a king for a straight. Maybe one more time 8 or king for a straight. Some consideration for going for the hearts flush, but maybe we don't have that many hearts left. We do get king of hearts, I guess. King high straight, that works. So again, on the red deck, extra discard, that's fine. Even though this blue joker doesn't give us any points. Okay, $9. Could be superposition. Superposition is not the best. Not because it's not powerful, but because if you're going for specifically a straight that has an ace, not just any straight, but a straight that has an ace, maybe that's a difficult thing to do. And when you do get the straight, it doesn't necessarily win. You get some powerful value, you get a tarot card, but that doesn't necessarily win the round, and you have to find some other way of winning the round. On the red deck, extra discard makes this less bad. If we got blueprint, copying, superposition, maybe it's less bad. Do we want to pick up Uranus here? So against the boss, maybe we get 2 pair level, that's helpful. I think, again, playing on the red deck, maybe that's unnecessary. So normally I don't like to go into the boss without any scoring help. Maybe on the yellow deck we would be in danger. Maybe on the blue deck or red deck we're going to be fine. Okay, I have a king high straight. We could try to get the ace high straight. I think maybe that's risky. Probably we shouldn't do that with the boss debuff. I'm not guaranteeing 300 points per hand. Maybe we have to play 3 hands. So I'm tempted to, if we're trying to get the ace, there's only 4 aces in the deck. I think I just play the king high straight here. If we do draw an ace, we can try maybe go for the low straight, try to get a 5. Seems maybe not the best. So how about hearts or spades? A little bit low on spades. We could discard this way and then try to get a spade flush. We could keep the 3 and then try to get could be spades or a 5. I think I'm gonna go for the hearts instead because the hearts score more points. Let's do that. So this is a low flush, is fine. And then we could try to get a queen. There's only 2 queens left in the deck. Probably we shouldn't try to do that. We can go for diamonds as a flush instead. Seems reasonable. More reasonable, perhaps. Alright. There's the diamonds. Didn't get any superposition value, but that's fine. We want to find some kind of scoring joker first. And then we can do superposition after. This is not good. Eternal Rental for a joker, which probably we're not super excited about. Option 1. Could re-roll. But I guess we have a chance of missing again. These skip tags are not useful. This boss is a little bit spooky. Maybe this is the type of joker that's useful against this particular boss. We could go Arcana pack first, with the idea being maybe we get money, maybe we get something that gives us points. So Arcana pack, if it gives me something that gives me points, maybe I get an Emperor, maybe I get Judgment, then I don't have to take Clever Joker. If we don't get points, then I probably can still take Clever Joker instead of re-rolling here. Maybe. Yeah, let's try that. Could be Justice, could be a Star. Probably we just spin the wheel here. Do that. Holographic superposition. I'm guessing whoever submitted this seed, I'm guessing they didn't open the Arcana pack. I'm guessing they didn't get the wheel. That's very fortunate, because then that means I don't have to take this rental. Alright. Then we're chilling. Okay. Here, now that we have the holographic, if we do get the straight wins. So maybe we should go for the straight. We could go for the low straight, or we could go for the high straight. I think I want to go maybe low straight. All right, one more time, looking for a 5. Okay. So we do get the 5. I don't think this straight wins. Okay, and then kings and 8s, that should do it. World and lovers, I probably don't care about. If we sell them, we get an extra $1 of interest. Maybe I do care about. Something like that. Sure. Okay, Obelisk and Juggler. So if we did re-roll previously, we would have gotten these 2. That's pretty bad. Okay, now that I have the holographic, I probably don't need Celestial Pack, probably don't need Standard Pack. Extra hand size makes superposition easier, and so maybe that's worth taking. Go next. Alright, so probably we go for the high straight. Okay. Do I want to keep maybe a flush as a backup plan? That's okay. We can win with just 2 pair also. Not 1 2 pair, but multiple 2 pair. How about that? I guess if we had gone for the 2s instead of, we had gone for the low straight, maybe you get to play multiple straights. This wins. Maybe I try to get another ace, so we could try to get another ace. Moon and sun, again, maybe those are things I don't super care about, but I don't have to sell them right away. We get the 2, but no ace. There's only 2 aces left in the deck, so probably we should just play the straight, I guess. Maybe... maybe it's worth it to play a hand there. To draw 4 cards and try to get an ace, because we get 2 tarot cards is pretty powerful. Castle is really bad. Well, Castle is strong in general, better on the red deck. But Castle is bad specifically if you're trying to do straights, because you're holding 5 cards in hand and then you can't discard as much as easily. That's what I wanted to say. Probably we do castle anyway. We could go Arcana here. I'm probably not taking the blank, a little bit expensive. On interest, Celestial Pack probably doesn't matter. Let's go Arcana looking for money. Could be Temperance for 10, could be Hermie for 20. Okay. I didn't see what the castle was on, or I don't remember off the top of my head, so we could go look. Castle is hearts, so maybe it makes sense to use the sun and make a bunch of hearts. Maybe we sell the moon. All right, we could do 3 diamonds into hearts. Sell the moon here, and then we can take Hermie. Hermie for 15. Alright, so now we do get the castle. If I got 24 bucks, do I want to blank? Maybe I do. Maybe now I do. Or let's just save our money for interest is the safe thing to do, the smart thing to do. Alright, castle on hearts. We... No hearts here, but I think we discard instead of playing. I have 2 hearts here. So this is what I was talking about with the castle being less good with superposition. So that's not great. I can play pair of 9s, or I can discard the 1 heart. I think I value the superposition very highly, so let's do that. I can play an ace high straight, copying superposition. Okay. 2s left in the deck. Temperance 13 is okay. I get a death card. Maybe I make some more hearts. So I could try to get the 2. I could try to get the high straight. I could... Whatever I want to play a lot of cards that maybe gets me a lot of chips. So let's go play the 2 pair, copying the castle for not that many points. Okay, I mean, that's 500 points already. So if I play the 7s and the 6s as a full house, that wins. And I can save my death card, or I can use it to copy a 10. I think we just chip it here, rather than trying to get a queen. Alright. So 48 bucks, 2 Arcana packs. That's great. Take a slide joker in case we get Temperance. This boss has decreased level. This stuff doesn't matter to me. Telescope, maybe not super important to me. Go Arcana. I'm looking for something to use death on. Could be some lucky cards on the top end. Ace and King. Maybe Queen and Jack of Hearts, and then we use death to make more hearts. Castle on Hearts. There's Temperance for 14. We get rewarded for taking the rental. I could go Death and then Emperor. Probably we just take Temperance and then go one more. Uranus is not interesting to me. Let's go one more. Midas Mask. Probably not as an eternal rental. So let's go next. Fly Joker we might hold on to if it makes sense. Castle on Hearts. So maybe I play a pair of 2s. Okay. Now we're pretty safe. So now I can sell Slide Joker if I want. I could copy the 10 if I want. I want to copy a lucky card. I want to go superposition. We don't need Slide Joker anymore. Let's discard first. Bummer. Do I use the death card or hold on to it? If I hold on to it, it's blocking the superposition, which maybe I don't love. So maybe we make another ace. Maybe I go, let's see here. We can get rid of some diamonds, turn 7 of diamonds into either spades or clubs. Probably doesn't matter. Ace high straight. Okay. And then this doesn't matter. So I could use justice to make, maybe I want to make a glass card. Could be a glass ace, I guess. Do I want to do the star? No, we don't want to do the star. I guess we hold on to that one. So glass ace is fine. 2 pair is fine, maybe. Or maybe what we do is we play the pair of 5s and do something like that. I'm hoping this doesn't win, but I'm pretty sure it does. Yep. Okay. Hologram is powerful enough. We should probably do it. Okay. Let's go Celestial Pack. Probably not super important for us to do. Take a hologram. Before we go Arcana, we can re-roll. Saturn, probably not important. If we have a castle, probably don't need Saturn. Maybe. Arcana, we can spin the wheel again. We can make a gold card, probably. Maybe a gold king. Or it could be a gold ace of spades. Maybe a gold ace. Do I want the straight levels? Yeah, I don't think it's important for me to do that. So let's go one more. There's the gelato. Go next. Okay, castle on diamonds. We can play 2 pair first. Okay. The low cards I discard, I think. Not using the star is okay. Here's... I can discard 2 more diamonds. And... this extra hand size is working out really nicely. I can play high card ace. I don't have that many diamonds in the deck. I might as well discard here. And we do get the 10s. So I can play this straight. Okay. Castle on diamonds again. Boss says decrease level. Okay, so one more round juggler. Telescope, I think, is something that I don't really care about. Standard pack we can take. Could be a blue seal 4. If I have the castle, I probably am not super concerned about the blue seal 4. Maybe I just take a king here, actually. Yeah, let's do that. Alright, could be temperance for 14, could be a sun is useful. Probably I just take the money. Devil and magician we can hold on to. So, well, if I'm going to re-roll, I might roll into some tarot cards. Maybe it makes sense to use the magician here. We've got lucky queen and jack. I could go lucky ace and king, maybe. And then the devil we can hold, that's fine. Go one more. Could be seltzer instead of juggler, but I like the hand size for the castle and the superposition. There's ancient joker. Erosion is the opposite of hologram. Let's go one more. Arrowhead. Fist is good with the castle. $7 for a reroll. Let's go next. Boss says decrease level, so that's not a problem. We can discard 1 diamond, or we can play a pair first. Play a pair, copying the castle. So that's already 1500. We have no danger here. Not that many diamonds in the deck. I can play high card king, I guess. Maybe I should play the lucky king there. So I have a straight. The straight possibly wins. So maybe we discard first. I could discard the queen. And then maybe a gold king. Last ace I think we hold on to. Copying superposition here. Okay, we actually get to play another one. Okay, so I could play 2 pair maybe. Could be Priestess, Plutonium's okay, I guess. Emperor, Star, and Sun. We can make more hearts. Sure. I can turn 3 spades into hearts, maybe. Sure. I guess I could turn the 2 diamonds into hearts. 2 diamonds, and then maybe an ace of spades. There we go. And we don't need the star. Okay. Juggler, I wouldn't mind finding another one of those. 54 chips on the castle. We can take the hung man. I probably don't need Mystic Summit here. Boss has no repeat hand types. How about Overstock? Could be another juggler. As a rental, I might do it as a rental. I don't need the credit card, so maybe we do that. Celestial Pack we don't need because we have the castle. We can go next. Alright. So castle on hearts. I can remove more diamonds. Maybe 2 and then 6. We can hang them. Sure. Okay. Okay, lucky ace, probably we discard. There's a queen. This straight should not win, which is good. We get more hearts, we get lovers. Okay, so diamonds into hearts is good. Could be queen into hearts as well. I guess I could turn 9 and 8 into hearts. I could turn the low ones into hearts since I'm discarding the low ones. But I'm making the high ones into hearts because those are the ones that I want to copy. Lovers, if we are going to make wild cards, probably we... maybe Jack here, we could go wild. Alright, so I could discard these hearts. And then maybe play a flush here. I'm looking for only one more 10 in the deck. So I guess... fine. Okay, we did get the 10. I can play a pair here without winning and then try to draw a king. This should be 2,000-ish. Maybe I'm supposed to copy the castle. Okay, so this straight, I think juggler, maybe I don't want to pay the rental fee. Here, this straight, does this win? Yeah, right? We only need 2,400. Okay, so Chariot and Emperor, that's fine. Neptune, we probably don't want to the moon as an eternal. If we already have a value generator superposition, we can go reroll. Could be a Chad is good with the lucky cards, good with the blue joker. Sure, that's fine. And then go next. All right, here, castles on spades. So I guess hearts. How many spades do I have? I can play the hearts. I can copy the castle here. That's not great, but maybe it's fine. Um, So I could do high card queen, maybe? High card queen copying the Chad, or do I copy the castle? I think high card queen, I think chariot maybe on this queen of spade, or sorry, hearts. Lovers, probably we save that for another heart. Alright, so copy the castle here. Never lucky. Alright, I could do lovers on this king. I can save it for some different hearts. There's a straight. Okay. Does the straight win? I guess it depends on the Chad. So I think it's discard time. I think it's maybe the king does become wild. I think the ace, the glass ace guarantees victory. Maybe we're supposed to play the glass one instead of the lucky one. Sure. Play the glass ace. And then I don't think it's super important for me to do judgment. Let's copy the superposition here. 93 on the castle. What was the boss situation? Boss says no repeat hand types. Okay. So there's a showman. Could be sing double, could be raised fist. Maybe it's more important raised fist instead of the Chad. 2 standard packs. Let's try that. So I can get more 10s. I can get could be purple seal 7. It's a wild 7 is nice, I guess. So that helps. Sing double doesn't really do what I want. Do I want the fist here instead of the Chad? Probably. That's the safe thing to do. Alright, so judgment. Could be abstract joker. Okay, maybe that we don't need the fist. And then maybe one more. Could be a photograph. Bean. Well. Alright, go next. So castles on clubs. Okay. So maybe 9s. We can hang them. Discard the clubs. Here's a straight. I think copying superposition doesn't win. Okay. And then no more straights, unless could be a straight flush maybe. We could go wild jack. Could be play a pair of 4s. Yeah, maybe wild jack. What am I using death on? Probably using death on the purple seal would be nice. So let's go pair the 4s, copying the castle. Oops. Alright, that's fine. Okay, so Priestess, Celestial pack, Arcana pack. This boss says face cards are face down. Alright, so Arcana, how about could be Hermie for 20 bucks, saving death for the purple seal. Do that. I do like Tarot Merchant in these situations. Go one more. No burger. Could be Magician, could be Drunkard, probably we shouldn't. Probably we need the Abstract Joker for the Molt. Alright, Castle on Hearts. Keep the Queen. There's a bunch of hearts. And then, okay, so I can play this straight. I was saving death for the purple seal. Maybe I use death on the lucky queen. Or I guess it could be a wild jack. This boss, face cards face down. Let's go Wild Jack, maybe. How about that? Wild because of the castle. Alright, lovers. We could play a pair here. We could try to get another ace. There's only one more ace in the deck, so probably we just play the king. We can go wild here. What does that do? Alright, high card king, I guess. Something like that. Okay, so the high card is 13,000. We should be fine for this ante. Fool for temperance instead of death is less good. Okay. Chariot's fine, maybe. I can take a red seal king and turn it into a red steel king. Could be take another jack here. Sure. Rio is powerful, but maybe unnecessary. Could be we start playing 3 of a kind. Could be we get out of superposition and we go 3 of a kind now. But I don't know, superposition's fun for me. So castle on hearts, we can discard the lucky ace. And then discard the queen. Alright, I wanted to save the chariot. I think here we should probably use it. So let's go steel, jack, and then temperance. What if we do... Okay, castle on hearts. Play this straight. Copying superposition. Okay, got more hearts we can discard. Okay. I could play this. Great. I could try to dig for an ace. I think I want to dig for the ace. So we can play something like this. We could play the king, maybe. This 9 I can turn into a rock if I want. I could save the tower for the diamonds, maybe. Go here. Alright, we do get the ace, and there's a 7. Let's go 8. We can turn into a rock. That way the castle will ignore that card. I don't think I need to use judgment. Copy superposition. There we go. Alright. So... Stone Joker? We cannot. But it could be Sun. Could be standard pack. Could be a lucky jack, or do we want more aces? Jacks or aces? I guess I will take an ace. Or... Yeah, I probably want more aces. I need to get a strength card to turn my jacks into queens. I think against this boss, you could use the sun to flip over some cards and try to play a flush, maybe. I don't think celestial packs are important for me. I think with the hung man, maybe we don't reroll here. We got good tarot cards. Maybe. Power is not important. There's another stone joker. Could be one more. $8. Temperance. I think that's a good place to stop. Alright, so face cards face down. We could try to play the low straight is technically possible. Let's sort by suit. So this is clubs. I can turn a bunch of clubs into hearts for the castle. So here, hearts, and then turn a 5 into hearts, I guess. Maybe I'm supposed to turn the 7 into hearts. So we could discard like that. Get a tower. Okay, a couple of 3s. Sure. 7 of spades. Maybe 7 of spades I want to turn into a rock. Okay, I have the straight. I could use a hungman on a 6. I could save it for something a little bit better. Maybe. So, castle on hearts. Maybe I discard these. We could do, I don't think I want to remove 10s, so maybe I just use it on just the 6. Maybe that's fine. Alright, so here's a straight, copying superposition. And temperance is 14. Alright, so we used up a bunch of 3s. If we want to get another straight, it's going to have to come from the high end. Maybe the straight is not really possible. Okay. Alright, could be Mega Standard Pack. Castle on Diamonds. Boss says face cards are debuffed. That's a fancy 10, I guess. We could take one of those. Maybe we could pick up a blue seal 8. We could pick up just 2 of hearts since it's hearts. Castle on Diamonds is not great, but extra hand is useful. Go. Kind of curious about the hiker, but we already have the castle, so maybe we don't need that. Could be trading card instead of abstract joker. Could be. We would lose a discard. Every round we would lose a discard is maybe not ideal, but could be kind of exciting. Maybe, how much do we need this abstract joker? That's what the question is. That's probably, we lose half of our points. That's probably fine. Where? Alright. So, take a trading card. Yeah, this could be a driver's license. How much do I need this castle? I kind of need this castle, so I guess I don't take a driver's license. Could be justice, maybe. Moon is not what we want. Tower is not really it either. Let's go make some lucky cards, I guess. Could be a hungman instead of justice. Yeah, let's go glass. Take a Neptune. Maybe the straight flush is looking more and more possible. Let's go next. Alright, so on the low end, 9 and 3, we can hang them. We can snap off an 8. Okay. Then I want to save my discards. Is that true? How do I feel about this queen? Steel queen, maybe we don't need. Maybe glass king and then discard it. Okay, so this is a straight flush. I could make a glass card. Could be a glass 10. I could save justice. I could use maybe glass jack. Let's do that. Play the royal flush. Still copying superposition seems dubious. Yes. Alright, so there's Saturn. Is maybe a little bit more important now. Before I said it was maybe not important, maybe now it's more important. Neptune's okay. 2 celestial packs could be. So now that we have trading card, I need more molt, and we can get molt from planet cards instead of abstract joker. Alright, go one more. Jupiter, no. Grimbo, not necessary. Let's go next. Alright, castle on hearts. I can snap off a 2. Discard all these hearts. Okay, this to me looks like a straight flush if we want. Sure. Yas. Glass ace I think I don't need. Though maybe I just want to discard the hearts. Or maybe I don't want to discard hearts. Maybe what I want to do is play a pair of 2s. Maybe do something like that. So copying hologram here. Pair of 2s for sure doesn't win. Yeah, probably. So I could discard hearts one more time, I guess. And this straight wins. I don't need the world. Probably. Maybe I should have turned the clubs into spades. I don't need judgment. Let's copy superposition. Alright, fool for Neptune's okay. I could castle on clubs. Yeah, I should have turned the clubs into spades. I could use the fool to make hearts. But maybe the straight flush plan is fine. Maybe there's a better use of a fool. Could be justice instead. Yeah, I don't know if that's something that I need to do. Let's go spectral. Could light him up. Okay, so I think justice is fine. I think we go Neptune, light him up. Alright, so that puts us on 2 aces of hearts, 3 kings of hearts, 2 queens of hearts. Okay. What's in here? Could be Neptune, Saturn first. And then probably these are the tarot cards we want. Baron, no. Duo, no. There's a baseball card. I mean, as a source of molt, that makes sense. But then we have to give up superposition. Maybe superposition doesn't matter that much anymore. Maybe. Alright. So let's do that, I guess. Alright. Hologram is a ×3. Let's go next. Alright, so I can snap off a 4 of diamonds. Castles on clubs. I want to keep hearts in hand. Sure. So ace, queen, 10, or do I need to hit the jack here? I don't need a straight flush, so I might as well just do this now. Could be justice here on the red seal king. This wild jack counts as spades. Let's play... I don't need to play a straight, so I guess I'll just play a flush, maybe? What am I looking for? I guess it doesn't matter. I guess it doesn't matter. Castle on hearts. Alright, so crystal ball would have been nice with superposition. This boss face down after play. Let's go Arcana. We can hang him again. 4 and 3. We can hang him again. Yas. Could be a death card. So maybe we go luckies. Maybe we go gold card. I like luckies. Alright, so do I want more 10s? Do I want more kings? I guess more 10. Maybe more queen also makes sense, but I don't want queen of spades. So let's do 2 becomes a 10 with a death card. That's it. Alright, I can snap off a 7. I can discard the purple and get rid of all the hearts. Got the wheel. Okay. I can discard these hearts, or is there any way for me to not win? I guess maybe not. Alright, here's a couple of aces, I guess. Cool. Alright. Take the Hungman. Tower doesn't matter. Castles on hearts. Maybe tower does matter. I want to take the standard packs for the hologram. Could be a blue seal king is now kind of interesting if we want to do the straight flush. Could be take a jack here because it's a jack rather than taking hearts here. Let's go next. Okay, I can stone the 9. We could hang them. Let's do castles on hearts, right? So I guess let's just hang the 9. No, let's snap off the 9. That's fine. 5 I can turn into a rock. Here's a bunch of hearts we can discard. Strength doesn't matter. We're out of 9s. I could turn jacks into queens. 1 jack, 1 king. How about that? 1 jack, 1 king. Sure. I don't know if that's the right king. Maybe I'm supposed to do that king. This looks fine. Strengthen here. And then castle on hearts. Alright, 4, and I have 6 10s. Maybe I don't need a 10 of spades. Let's hang them. And then play some of these. How about ace high? Yas. Oh, we get to do another one. 2 pair. Even better. Okay. Okay. Standard packs for the hologram could be take a rock instead of a holographic card. Castle on hearts again. There's a blue seal 2, I guess, instead of the red seal ace. Red seal ace kind of exciting, I guess. There's idol. Maybe. We don't have room for that. Could be justice, could be strength here. I think strength doesn't matter. Let's go justice. Take a hungman. Alright. Face down after played. So maybe we have enough jacks. We can snap off this jack of clubs. Okay. All of these we can discard. I probably want to save my justice. Okay, 8 and 3 we can hang them. Maybe. And then discard all of these hearts. Okay. Do we want a glass queen? Could be a glass queen. I think I'm down with that. Play this queen. And then we get a couple face down cards. Maybe not. Alright. Priestess. Seed money, I guess. This boss. Okay. Debuffed cards. I can take a jack. I can take hearts. Let's take hearts. I can take another blue seal. That's interesting. Alright, go next. So we can snap off a 6. We can discard all of these hearts. Could be a steel king. Can I, if we go over here maybe? So maybe I can play the pair of aces. Yeah. So I could discard hearts, and then could be a straight flush. Could be. Ship it. All right. So level 8 straight flush. There's an Emperor. Priestess, Chariot. All right. Emperor again, probably. So Mercury, Venus. Do I want to use a Chariot here? Maybe not. Temperance for 13 is okay. Judgment is not necessary. There's could be Chariot on a blue seal. Maybe gold 4. Probably not a gold 4, but maybe. Go next. Alright, I can snap off a 5. I can discard all of these queens. Maybe I shouldn't discard all of the queens. I have enough jacks, probably. So I don't need this ace. I don't really want to play this king. I got more kings. Okay. How about something like that? And 23 cards in the deck. Okay, let's do something like this. Okay. There's Lucky King. I want to not break the glass jack, or maybe it's fine for me to break. I'm looking for King of Hearts. There it is. There's the straight flush. Chip it. Even if we don't get the straight flush, we just play high card and then it's fine. Because we have a holographic baseball card. Alright, I'm looking for a sun. Lovers is less good. Standard pack for hologram could be Castle on diamonds. Come on. Maybe 9 of hearts now. Okay, Saturn, no. Sixes, no. There's a Steel Joker. Steel Joker is better than a Castle here. Castle is 300. So if we play the straight flush is better. Sure. So maybe do that. Nah, it's not important. All right, we take the Hungman. We don't need the Devil. Don't need the Tower. What's in here? There's a Chariot. So we can remove the rock, I guess. And maybe make a steel 8. Sure. So let's hang him. Steel 8. Cola. Could be a bean. I guess we don't have money for a bean. Let's go next. Alright. Okay. So Alright, let's... Hologram is ×5, so this is worse than a hologram. We can sell one of those. Castle on diamonds. I'm looking for... There's diamonds we could discard. Sure. Okay. Could be... That's diamonds. Could be... I don't need this ace. Okay, there's the 10. Could be purple seal. Maybe I'm looking for here 21 cards in the deck. So 1, 2, 3. I do need that, I think, but I don't need this. Okay. Interesante. So we throw that one as a high card. Okay, I can throw a pair of kings here. I have one more queen in the deck. I have, okay, so 11 cards. And then do something like that. The steel card's a little bit strong there. Beans. Alright, hold on. Hold. This is... yeah, maybe it could be something like that. Could be something like this. What were we trying to do? We're trying to do... let's hang them. Let's do... I need not any of this. Okay, I don't need any of that. Okay, I do want those, but I don't need these. Okay. No more jacks in the deck, so we do a pair of tens. Troubadour's a little bit too strong, right? Oh, I should get rid of this king too. That's not good. So get rid of this king, and then that's my last jack. Okay, okay. Get rid of that king. I do have another king in the deck, so we do this, and that's it. Alright, there we go. So, and a glass jack. We have the technology. Alright, ship it. There you go. Alright, what did I want to say about this run? Okay, so this run started out with Blueprint. Okay, Blueprint very powerful. I guess the concern is Blueprint doesn't actually do anything unless you get some jokers to copy. And then on Gold's sake, the first 3 rounds are the most critical. If you don't find some kind of scoring technology in the first 3 rounds, then you just lose. And so maybe if you've got Blueprint but you got nothing to copy, maybe early shops having planet cards and tarot cards instead of jokers, or maybe eternal rental jokers that you can't take, or maybe value generating jokers that maybe Blueprint can't interact with. So like superposition, maybe in theory you could copy superposition, but that's assuming that you get the straight, which is maybe a little bit greedy. Maybe if it was like something golden joker, then maybe that's not super helpful either. What ended up saving this run was mostly we got a lucky holographic from Wheel of Fortune. I think it was that. It was that, and then pretty smooth sailing after that. You get to keep the superposition. You get to use the Blueprint to copy superposition. The thing that's tricky about superposition is when you do get the straight doesn't necessarily win, and so you need to have the appropriate technology so that the straight actually wins. Having holographic superposition, of course, that helps. We could have taken, it was a clever joker instead, copy with the Blueprint, eternal rental, clever joker, probably would have been fine. It would have been less fun, but it probably would have been fine with the Blueprint. And then we said, okay, castle is less good with superposition. If we're holding on to a straight, we're only discarding a few cards at a time. Maybe that's not good for your castle. Even admitting that, still 375 on the castle, pretty good, right? It's 1.5 stuntmen, right? It's much higher than you would get with a square joker, for example. How were we able to do that? Red deck, extra discard, that's part of it. That's helpful. Another sort of key component here is the deck building. So if you've got castle picks a random card in your deck, if your deck is all hearts, it'll pick hearts every time. And when it does pick hearts, you have more hearts that you are able to discard. So because we had the superposition, because we were using it to get those tarot cards, we were able to do the castle better, even though we weren't discarding as many cards at a time. Maybe. Blueprint copying superposition makes, we said, superposition less bad. I think superposition is fine. It's not great, admittedly, but it's a common joker. So, I mean, it's better than any of these other common jokers on page 1. So there's a lot of common jokers that are worse than a superposition. So it's fine. And then, of course, much better if you can copy it with Blueprint. Much better if you have red deck extra discard so that you can find those straights. But also, it was the early hand size. It was perishable juggler, but still worth it. Even as a perishable, still worth it to pay the $4 for 5 rounds. Extra hand size, making it easier for us to do superposition straights, making it easier for us to do castle stuff. Once you have hologram, the run is basically 1 after that. Even if you only have 10 molt from a holographic, then times 5 is 50 molt already, is kind of a lot. We did not need any blue seals. We did not need any celestial packs. We didn't need any levels here because we got so many chips from the castle. The straight flush levels were just flavor, were just for fun. Alright. Take care, everyone.